Ooh, testing, 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 testing. All right, let's get this sorted. Gonna start in about 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute. Altcoin Dreaming's here. Hey, mate. How's it going? You good? All right, I haven't started yet. Oh, Majid, welcome. Altcoin Dreaming, welcome. My Dtravel hat is on my head. According to the El Salvadorians, Feliz Navidad. Actually, in El Salvador, it's Christmas today. They celebrate it one day early, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm good. Look, it's kind of hard to see because it's so bright, but look where I am. That's I'm at Surf City, and you can see behind me there's some surfers in the Pacific Ocean. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, my hat's not straight, is it? Oh, no, it's straight. Yeah, it's good. How's it going? Everyone good? Miss me? Probably not. He's like, thank God. Tired of him. I don't know what the sound quality's like. I'm just using a normal mic as always. So apologies if there's any kind of dodgy background noise. Construction, whatever. Yeah, look at that. See? Ooh. Amazing, huh? Not too shabby. Yeah, not too shabby. I got some pictures I'm going to share, so that's going to be good. We'll just wait a little bit, see if anyone joins us, and then we'll go for it. What time is it in the UK? It's 4:20 p.m. Right, it's not too bad. What can I say? Crypto, huh? Crypto, shit. It's been tricky, yeah. It's been tricky, but I think maybe we got there. So far, so good, maybe. All right. Yes. Shall we start? I don't know. Start. So yeah, I'm here. I'm live from QANX Sirius Rafuri. Welcome. I've got my nice necklace here. See that? Representing in El Salvador, Surf City. What can I say? It's been amazing. Crypto's shocking, really. It's always shocking. If you haven't been following me on Discord, then you should, because that's basically where I'm updated. I haven't been online. I haven't been able to live stream for different reasons. Mostly because I'm enjoying life. But I've been kind of putting a few updates on Discord. So I started this a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or so, with Altcoin Dreaming. Thank you. And this is basically where I've been posting in the crypto channel. And I've just been giving my points of view as to what I'm seeing in the markets. And it's been trickier. It's been hard. I kind of posted something 2 days ago, possible Adam and Eve pattern forming on ETH 1 hour chart, possible. I've been giving some levels, 93,500 as a key level. That was yesterday. And then I was also contemplating potential massive liquidation at 90K. It's always good to consider possibilities. I was saying in my in the Discord, I was saying that would be a lower low, but it could also be an opportunity just because of the way the price is moving. It's always kind of good to consider the price and how it moves, and then consider different ideas. I posted something. There's a mega liquidation level at 90K. Okay, so I just wanted to people to be aware of that there was a massive liquidation and we got a big swing failure. Then that would also could potentially lead to a rally. But at the same time, as I went over the price action in the Discord, I was saying 93,500 is still an important level here. And then I also mentioned yesterday I'm long. That was if you're thinking about signals, I don't give signals, no financial advice, but I don't think you can get a better signal than that, can you? I don't think anyone could ever doubt the signal that I gave yesterday in Discord. And then the other thing I mentioned was this. I said, looks like BT still pulling back, but ETH and ALT's holding. That was for me, that was a real important differential in the price action, to see that Bitcoin was pushing down, but the altcoins and ETH was holding, was actually looking quite sturdy. Usually when Bitcoin is weak, alts dump more. So ETH pushes more than Bitcoin. Now, when you get Bitcoin more weaker than the alts, that kind of gives you a clue that maybe the bottom is in, maybe. Sometimes not, but maybe. Like it's about probabilities. And then obviously today I posted, did anyone go along with me? So I don't know if anyone did, but anyway. Next time, if you've missed it, we'll have a look at the charts and see what's happening. And if anyone's watching this and you're not joined with the Discord, then the link is just below this video. You're welcome. Everyone's welcome. And we've got a slowly growing community here in Discord. Okay, seriously, I went long, but not on Bitcoin. Perfect. That's kind of what we want to see. I went long on everything, to be honest with you. Yeah, so we've got a slowly small but growing community here. It's all kind of like, none of it's financial advice. It's just kind of everyone sharing different ideas of what they think and what they know. And then maybe we'll get a good kind of situation, a good setup. There's lots of charts here. It's not always right. You know, it's always a balance of probabilities. So everyone's welcome. The link is underneath the video and it's always free. It will always be free. I'm never going to ask anyone for any money. So if anyone messages you pretending to be me asking you for anything, then block them, because I'm never going to ask you for anything except a like, maybe even a share, maybe even a comment on the video. That would be appreciated. So if you like this video, just give it a nice like. That would be appreciated. Get the word out. All right, so let's kind of dig into the charts a little bit. Here I'm live from Surf City in El Salvador. Amazing, huh? Dtravel is in El Salvador. Let me show you some pictures actually before we kind of delve into the charts. Let me just kind of get my pictures up here. I'll paste them in. So the first one I wanted to show you was, let me go to my X. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I posted on X a picture from yesterday. This one. So this is up in the mountains. There's a massive crater lake, a volcanic lake. It was amazing. Freshwater lake. There were hot springs there. Really beautiful. So just kind of experiencing the culture, experiencing life in El Salvador. And then yesterday I also arrived into, I caught the sunset on the Pacific Ocean. It looks like it's a rocky beach, but actually it's not. It's black sand, so it's volcanic sand. It's really nice, really lovely. And this morning I posted a video on my X account. Here we've got like surfers. Amazing, and the water is luscious. It's clean, it's warm, it's really nice. How's the sound? Is the sound any good? Do I have to adjust it? I can't tell. Just give me some feedback and then I'll start with the analysis this morning. Anyone? Good? Yeah? Perfect. All right. And just in case you're just joining me, there's a few people here. Look at my background scenery. Check that out. I kind of have to slip out the way because of the light. But we're live, huh? Live from El Salvador. I don't know how many people are streaming live from El Salvador, but maybe I'll move here and it'll be every day. It'll be live from El Salvador, Bitcoin country, crypto country. Who knows? You never know. All right. I think let's just kind of go over the price action over the last few days and let's kind of have a look at the charts afresh. I haven't had a proper look like this. I've kind of been on my phone. So I've just been looking at the candles, basically looking at the price action, giving commentary based on that. I haven't really looked at exo charts in 4 days, actually. And so this is fresh for me too. Everyone's like painstakingly looking at the charts, stressing what's going to happen, what's going to happen. I was kind of not able to for different reasons, just mainly because just enjoying life actually. Um, but yeah, here I am with you guys. Let's have a look. So we had a bit of a sell-off. Let me just hide these now. Get rid of this trend line for the time being. Let me get rid of this volume. Let me just go over the price action a little bit. I'll hide all of this stuff. So last week we had a little bit of a chopping pattern form on the weekly chart. Yeah, I kind of went over it a little bit. This is a potential top. This structure here. The reason why is you've got a lower close, a massive weekly swing failure, and a big sell-off. Yeah, so we had a potential top here. Got people a little bit bearish. Pushed all the way down, cleared the liquidity from the previous week, closed higher. So that is not a bearish close. This is not a bearish close. This is actually, to some degree, it's actually quite bullish because you've got a lot of massive take profits, increasing volume, but the price has failed to close lower than the previous week's low. Okay, so that was my first kind of idea of it bottoming. Yeah, I actually liked that close. I didn't dislike it. I think trying to push down and not close lower is actually a good sign. So for me, closing lower than the previous week could have meant lower, and actually I was thinking we could be close to the bottom. I mean, certain candle time frames you can see we did close lower, like on the 3-day chart. Decreasing volume though, so that was quite interesting to see. Decreasing prices, decreasing volume, that's kind of what you want to see. Clearing the liquidity from these lows, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see that to potentially form a bottom. And then when we come to the daily time frame, what was interesting is we had this was the big liquidation level here. Price tried to push down, tried to get lower, rounded inside of this wick, inside of this candle wick. It rounded. See, that couldn't get lower. So we put in a low, and then we couldn't get lower. The price couldn't get lower. Okay, so I like that. I like that the price was unable to get lower, and tried hard, increasing volume, couldn't get lower. Yesterday, not only could we not get lower, we closed higher than the previous day low. So that was quite good too. Hold on a second. Do you want which one? Take what you want. I'll see you out there. So I think that was quite good. I like that. And I was contemplating a liquidity take of 90k. Basically, I was contemplating a massive liquidity grab here. Okay. If that happened, I mean, I don't know if I would be bearish, depending on the reaction. And what I didn't want to see was for the price to, do you see these big push? I didn't want to see continuation like that. I didn't want to see continued speed. The speed was problematic for me, and I wasn't interested in seeing a fast descent, because if we got a fast descent, I didn't think liquidity levels could hold. But because we had a bounce and then it slowly came down to take more liquidity, I became a little bit more interested, okay, in these levels. So because we got a big SFP, because we got a slower descent in the second time passing down, I became a lot more interested in these levels. And what you can see on the daily time frame is we couldn't actually close lower than these lows. So this is, for me, this is a massive failed auction. This is a failed auction of the lows here. The price just wasn't able to go lower, and now we're getting a really nice reaction. Okay, we're already above the previous daily level here. So Bitcoin is actually starting to find strength at the moment. It looks like it's trying to find strength. Let's have a look at this other chart that Altcoin Dreaming has shared. So yeah, you've got it coming down to this moving average, and Nice reaction from the value area low. Some daily level, and right now we're back above the point of control of this local range, of this range that we've been on since the beginning of November. Looks good. That looks good so far. We're still range bound, so just bear that in mind. But we're getting a little bit of a reaction. CME gap, value area low, and the AVWAP. What's the AVWAP? Oh, it's a VWAP, is it? Okay, perfect. There is a gap there, isn't there? CME gap there. It just basically price came down to fill the gap. So this is looking good at the moment. Let's just have a look at the volume. As always, I'll go to kind of a slightly medium time frame chart. I'm going to pull the volume. Let me pull up my volume levels. So this is the last time I did it. I'm going to take it from the 4th of November. So this is a different volume profile. We can see the value area low is slightly higher now, just a shade underneath 90k. Everything else is the same. Let's do another volume pull just on this local range here. There you go. So you can see here we kind of came down into the value area low. Where would you take it from? Let's take it from there. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so effectively it's kind of there. Maybe it's the first time it came in there. Maybe it's there. Maybe that would be better. There you go. So basically it's trying to get in here. Next time it comes in was there. See that? That's where I take the pull. Little fake out here, that's fine. And then you can see actually the volume level was respected at the value area low of this local range. You see that? Couldn't get down to this merge level. And actually at the moment we're above this value area point of control. So we sliced through it. And actually I would want to see some kind of back test. If we can flip the point of control here into support, then we're looking for higher prices. Okay, that's kind of how it works. It may take some time to find support, but right now people are looking at the price. They're going, God damn, Bitcoin was at 92k a couple of days ago. It's back at 97, 98k. People are thinking to themselves, what did I do? Why did I sell? Better buy back in. It's kind of it's the psychology of the market, isn't it? We're above this major volume level, so that's good because it means that there wasn't enough trapped liquidity to prevent the price from going up. Yeah, if this was bearish, you're going to find resistance for continuation, aren't you? If there was too much sell pressure here, you couldn't get through that level, an important level there. And what's happened now is we just smashed through it. Okay, we do have to put in a higher high here, and so it is quite important that we put in a higher high. In this context, we have to take out this pivot high. Okay, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's your higher high. It's a higher high. Could this be the higher low? Let's take out that high. This is really important. If the price can take out that high, we have a little change of market structure here on this time frame, this 1 hourly time frame. Right now we put in a higher high. This was the higher low. It was very precarious for a short period of time because we came within millimeters of this low. I like higher lows. Higher lows are bullish in the context of a bull market. Okay, in the context of bullish price action. Higher lows are bullish. Obviously, everything is slightly different if you're contemplating a bear market. If this is the bull market, this is where we are at now. Looking quite good. It looks quite good. Let's have a look at the order flow as well. Let's just have a look at the market orders to see what's going on here. So I haven't really had a good look at this. Let's zoom out. Let's get the liquidations in. Oh, this is Binance. Let me go to inverse perpetuals on Bybit. Big liquidations yesterday. Look at that. Big liquidations, liquidation. Failed auction. Big failed auction there. And look at those liquidations from before. We're getting big liquidations in the lows. Liquidation, higher low. And when you're looking at the CVD, nothing's changed on the medium time frame. We're still seeing higher time frame bullish CVD. Lower lows on CVD, higher lows on the price, even from this big liquidation yesterday. More bullish CVD here, more bullish accumulation here. And when you're looking across the pivot low that we put in on the 20th of December, you can see that the CVD is going down. The lows are getting higher. Morning, afternoon, Mohan. Of course I can. Yeah, so it's trickier with CVD because especially when you look at slightly higher time frames, medium to higher time frames, because sometimes it takes quite a long time to play out. And the price is always looking in search of new liquidity. If it can't find support, it looks for lower. And that's kind of how it works. So what next? What's happening with Bitcoin? Well, look, this is where we're at. We have to find continuation on this price action. So where we are now, we have to find support. I am liking the price action right now, to be honest with you. Like I think it's quite nice. Here you can see on these weekly lows, it does look like we're putting in higher lows there, doesn't it? And we were unable to close lower than the 2 weeks ago, the low of 2 weeks ago. And so we want to go up. We want to go up and we want to put in higher highs and high. That's kind of what we want to do right now. So we've kind of tested the lows here, found a little bit of support. Now we want to go up and test the highs and see what happens at the highs of this range. We had a failed auction here, didn't we? And so I think for continuation, for higher prices, if we want to have a breakout, we have to flip this value area into support. That's really important. That's really the next logical big sign of strength that we're looking for. So effectively what we want to do, what the price needs to do for higher, is ideally find support here on this point of control. That's the first step. We need to kind of find support here. Can't find support here, we could fake out to come back up. It's always possible. But ideally, we want to find support as high as possible and not go back down. That would be better. So we have to see how that plays out. Then what we want to do is we want to take out this high. That would change market structure here on this time frame, this 1 hour, this 4 hour time frame right now. Changing medium to lower to medium time market structure. And then once you've changed the market structure, confirmation, we can just attack the highs. To attack the highs, what we need to do next would be to flip this value area into support. That would be a big sign of strength. Why? Because we're coming back into a previous range. This whole thing is a previous range, is a higher range. If the price can find acceptance into a higher range, that's a sign of strength. And then if you can find acceptance into a higher range, you're looking to take the highs. You take the highs, then we could potentially leave the range and go to higher prices. And that's kind of where we're at now. If we can take the highs, bullish market structure continues, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. and then maybe we can have a massive pump to higher prices. So this is kind of where we're at now in terms of the price. That's really what it, that's all, really that's all I have to say. I mean, there isn't really much more to say. If you've missed the long, would you buy the pump? No, you wouldn't buy the pump. You'd look for some kind of retest, some kind of support. You need to find support before you buy. And so the reason why is if you start buying the pump, you could find yourself underwater quite quickly. What we need to do, if anyone's missed the long, they're looking for a back test. Mohan is asking me, which level do you think this will retest or likely to bounce from? Well, let me have a look at your charts. So I think I had a much steeper trend line. So let me just go to my trend line as well. And I think we've had the back test, to be honest with you. Without kind of like, I'm not doubting your analysis, to be honest with you. I think it's valid. But I think we possibly have backed. We've also, I think we've had the back test. So I drew this trend line as we were dropping, didn't I? Okay. I don't remember when I did it. I think it was somewhere here when we dropped, somewhere on the 19th of December or something. I said that I drew this trend line and I said, if anyone is uncertain, just wait for this trend line to be broken with a back test and some kind of continuation. I think if anyone's looking to go long, it's really important that we find support, but I also think it's really important that we take out this pivot high. This is clearly the trend line that was in play. And so for a long period, it was struggling to find support, struggling, until finally, bam, perfect support. So I talk about perfect support a lot, don't I? I talked about perfect support on the 92k level, and I even talked about it in my stream. I said BTC has found support in my last stream on the 20th of December. Let me just pull up my MPOX here. I kind of talked about it, didn't I? When we were bouncing, I said this is for me, this is perfect support. Yeah, a clean test of a pre-planned level. I think the price found support there. And then it was trying to break this trend line, and it was struggling, wasn't it? It was struggling until when you look at the way the price actually found support here. Do you see how it found support there? You see how for some reason this trend line was holding perfectly. So I like that. I don't like washed trend lines. I don't like washed lines. For me, all of this was a wash. I don't like that. I'm not confident about washed lines. I want to see perfect tests of lines that could hold the price up. Very similar to this here. Okay. And it really got close to lower. I said that 93.5 was an important horizontal level. Okay. When you go back in time, when you kind of look at the historic price action, you can kind of see it on the way that the candle structure, 93.5. So let me just mark it out here. Thereabouts. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see here. There was a really kind of interesting level there. You see that? That's the level that I was interested in. This was a big SR flip level. And we couldn't find support here. We tried to find support here. This is a little mini failed auction, and then we kind of came back to find support there. So actually, really, while these trend lines are nice, I like horizontal lines better. And you can see that there's a big SR flip here at 93.5. A couple of mini failed auctions. One was a swing failure. This is a little failed auction, but actually the price needed to flip or to confirm 93.5 as a support level, and it did that. It kind of did that. A little bit of a front run there, higher lows, I think I was more interested in that. Let's have a look at the price action now. Well, it looks quite impulsive, doesn't it? It looks quite impulsive. This is quite impulsive. Could that be your mini wave 3? Are we looking for a last wave 5? Is there like a wave 1 here? Like a wave 3? Are we looking for a wave 5 to take out that high? If we can find support here with some kind of low time frame ABC type pattern, then maybe this will be a good place to long just here. Okay, but then you're also looking for the high to be taken here, and you could get another kind of sell off into that high. That would be a change of market structure confirmation to bullish on this time frame, on the kind of the medium time frame. You're still looking to come, potentially you're still looking to come back for test, to test support. It is possible, just because of the way crypto is, that we take out that high and push right up for another kind of big impulse. And if we do get that and we just smash through, then maybe we're coming back to the neckline, maybe. Okay, and so that kind of, it's good to have a look at ETH as well, because on ETH I posted something and I just want to kind of go over that. Sorry, there's a bit of background noise here. Can't help that. I don't know if you can hear this, the Spanish in the background, so just ignore it unless you speak Spanish and just translate for me. If you're going to have a look at ETH, so I posted this in Discord, didn't I? Oh, so I'm on the wrong chart. So initially I was thinking about this, and it's kind of doing the same thing, but on a slightly wider scale. So that's the thing, it's quite subjective. I was looking at an Adam and Eve pattern, wasn't I? Now, initially I thought maybe we can just hold here and go up, and there'll be kind of a really sharp move back up. What I'm looking at now is the same, but instead of kind of this, we kind of, it's this, isn't it? That's what it looks like, isn't it? And I'm seeing that on a lot of different charts. I was seeing it on many different charts and many different altcoins, some kind of V shape followed by a rounding bottom. It's never easy to pick out a bottom, is it? So, you know, you're scaling in and it keeps on going lower. It's hard because you're worried that actually the price could just do that. That's the difficulty, isn't it? And so you could have a potential rounding bottom, but you could also have continuation. And so while it could be a good place to buy, it could also be a great place to sell for continuation. Okay, so it's quite tricky. But, you know, that's why you have risk versus reward. That's why you have invalidations. That's why you have risk management, because that offsets the risk of what could happen if it decides to go down. If you're right about a rounding bottom, yeah, technically you can't take out the low here. So you have an initial invalidation. And then once you see the price rounding, you kind of feel a little bit more confident about the rounding bottom. Then you're effectively, as you buy, your invalidation can start, you can start trailing the invalidation on the lows, because on the rounding bottom you're looking for higher lows to round. But technically now, in terms of an actual entry for a rounding bottom pattern, this could fail. Yeah, I don't want to say it's going to fail. It could also fail. You have a clear neckline here on ETH, and technically for a rounding bottom pattern, you have a breakout and you have a back test at the neckline for continuation. That's kind of how rounding bottoms are traded. And so the entry would be the back test of the neckline, rounding bottom. This is a pattern trading idea. Let's just kind of go to it. Some ideas are to take the breakout. No, it's not a rounding bottom, sorry, Adam and Eve. You could take the breakout, or you could take the back test. In crypto, you could take the breakout and the back test. Yeah, we haven't had the breakout yet. You could take, the reason why you could take the breakout is because sometimes you don't get a clean back test at the neckline, because crypto suddenly becomes mega bullish and you get a volume surge and it just pushes the price up and up and up, and so people start to FOMO in and they start pushing. Okay, but technically you're looking for a retest of the neckline to hold as support, and once you see that, you have an invalidation, and you'd be looking for continuation. Okay, so that's a classic Adam and Eve pattern. In this context, we haven't even had the high taken. We have to take that high. This is going to have to happen on BTC and ETH at the same time. We could go up, hit the value area high on ETH on this local range. Oops, what am I doing? Sugar, sorry. Let me just update the volume. We haven't even had a back test of the point of control here, not a clean one. But this pattern, the way it's traded is you're waiting for a breakout, you're waiting for a neckline back test, and then that would be the entry. If you see that the price is finding support, that's the entry. Otherwise, guess what? You're going right back down, and again, then it's a failed Adam and Eve pattern. Then you're just trying to form something else. Don't really like this, to be honest with you, because then it would look like some kind of it looks different, doesn't it? If you get rejection, then it can look different, and then you actually end up with a bear flag and you're looking to go down one more time. Yeah, so failed patterns can turn into other types of patterns. If you have a failed Adam and Eve here, where you lose the neckline after you take out the highs, it actually starts to shape into a bearish pattern, and again, you could fail a bearish pattern to go up, and then you're always looking at something else. Everything turns into something else if it fails. All right, who knows? So that's why you have risk management, because you just don't know, and that's why you have to take profit at key levels to offset or to mitigate the risk of rejection from certain levels. Yeah, so if you do get a breakout, you take your profit. If you get a back test, clean back test, you compound your profit, and then you're looking for a continuation. That's the kind of way you would play it. At the moment, it's looking quite good, but I still want to see the high taken. Okay, so that's kind of ETH. It's good to look at ETH at the same time, because technically we are in some kind of alt season. And so naturally the strength of the market can be seen on ETH, because when altcoins are looking strong, so does the market. So here you can see this is ETH BTC. ETH BTC has actually failed to cleanly take this neckline of this inverse of the head and shoulders pattern, hasn't it? That's what you want to see. Actually, what I want to see for continuation here is a neckline recapture. So right now the strength is going back into Bitcoin, and we have to see how this plays out. Let me see how that looks on dominance. Dominance is good for altcoins when it goes down, and then it's going back up, so it's better for Bitcoin. It's a tricky one on dominance, because it pushed much higher, all the way up to that 786, and now we're falling back. We still haven't had the breakdown that we want to see for the crazy alt season that we want to see. We still haven't had it, so we're getting quite a large amount of volatile price action here before the price figures out what it wants to do. This could be a lower high after a change of market structure. Low. This could be the lower high, and confirmation would be to take out that low. Then you have this kind of massive market structure change on Bitcoin dominance, and I think if the minute Bitcoin dominance takes out this low here, we're in a crazy alt season. We'll have a big breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, so right now it looks like we're trying to change market structure. It looks like we're trying to put in a lower high here, and if we can get a continuation of this breakdown of Bitcoin dominance and take out these lows, then I think we're going to be really happy when it comes to altcoins. So it's a big if. No one really knows what's going to happen. You could always get the price come back down, go, you know, like Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin in the crypto market. It never does what you want it to do. You think it's going to do something, it does something completely different. Let's have a look at DXY. So DXY still haven't had a big breakdown of DXY yet, have we? We've had this really bearish red candle, and then now we're following up with a two green days, a little gap, or whatever that is today. We need this to drop, huh? So that red candle for me is extremely bearish. It's actually a bearish engulfing, closed lower than the previous candle, but we're not getting continuation at the moment. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. So it's trying to top, but it hasn't topped here yet, has it? Doesn't look like it. Not yet. It's trying to top. We're close. We're very close here, but we're not there yet. And it could happen at any moment. If we get a little bit of weakness here in the DXY, we could actually start breaking down here. We are on time. We are at the right place, but we do actually have to now break down for confirmation of this kind of idea that I pasted 4 days ago, where I was thinking that maybe the DXY is looking to top here, but ideally we want to start breaking down and heading down to much lower here at the 50%. That would be my target if we start to get a breakdown. So that's kind of where we are when it comes to the whole market, actually. Let's just have a look at a few other things here in context. MicroStrategy, what's going on here? Well, the tricky one, I was talking about MicroStrategy 4 days ago. I was talking about some gaps, contemplating this gap to be filled if we were looking to go lower, hitting the 1-to-1 here. Actually, what you can see now is that the 618 with a little fake out of the 618, and it looks like we found support here and we've gapped up. So, you know, could that be it? Could that have been it? Are we looking to go down again? But the good thing is we're putting gaps here. We're back above the .com all-time high. That's kind of what you want to see. Back the price to reject from lower prices underneath the previous the .com bought all-time high. Let me see that green candle was bullish. It's a piercing candle. This red candle is an inside candle. It's not bearish. It's just a normal inside candle. And now we're right back at the highs of this pattern. So this for me is looking quite bullish with continuation of a piercing candle. It's like a reversal pattern. What we do need to do with today's candle, if we can, is go right up to start reversing volume. Getting back above the point of control here would be really bullish, and then if we do that, then we can actually try and attack the highs here. Let's see if that can happen. Let's have a look at the S&P 500 quickly. So, I mean, what can I say? The price smashed into this level, tried to go lower, massive bounce. Yeah, so S&P is still looking bullish. Yeah, it has put in a lower low here. It's a lower low. So the S&P 500 has to take out the high now. It's really important. You could, if you put in a lower high here, you could go back down, and then you have to hold a higher low to go up or to go down. Like if you do start going like this, then there'll be a lot of indecision. The price will be tightening. Then you could form a triangle for a breakout, either up or down. They can go either way, just because you put in a lower low. But if we can find strength and just go straight through the highs, V-shaped recovery, continuation of bullish market structure, That would be, if we saw that, then you would just be crazy bullish. The Russell 2000, it came down to exactly where we thought the price could find support, the point of control. It kind of tried to slip down to this value area low, trying to put in a higher low here, which I marked out, took out the lows here. And so again, with this isn't showing as much strength as the S&P 500, but what we want to see here is a reclaim of this whole area, this whole area. We need this to reclaim. And so we're not out of the woods yet, simply because we're back into the range. We're good at the moment because we're above the point of control. So that's good. If we find resistance, we're looking to go back to test potentially, and then we have to find strength for higher lows for continuation. So naturally, a lot of people will be looking at the price action. They're thinking to themselves, I want to see it go up. I want to see it come down. I want to see it put a higher low. I want to see it find support. Then I can enter. So a lot of people aren't looking to trade the immediate first catch. They're not looking to catch the first dip. They're looking for a retrace after they see strength. Yeah. So a lot of people look at this. They might be thinking to themselves, well, I haven't seen strength here yet. I've seen the price try to hold the point of control. They might be thinking to themselves, let me see strength. Let me catch the dip for the right place to enter. That's maybe what people are thinking of, all right? So if we can get back into this structure, that's a sign of strength. That's a real sign of strength, getting back above that previous range value area low. We can get back above there. Let's take out the all-time high. Yeah. And then you're going to just see this fly, continue flying. All right. Let's have a look at a few other things here. USDT, the dominance. I draw these lines there, and for some bizarre reason, I'm looking at them now, just off the top of my head, and I'm going, wow, that strange line that I drew, for some bizarre reason, held the price. Random lines. We had a flag, broke down, coming to backtest some kind of neckline. Let's have continuation and come down to find support, potentially on this 618 level. Let's see what happens. Let's have a look at these market caps. Initially, we found support here. We lost it. We're back above it. This is a really important level on crypto total, excluding BTC and ETH. We're back above it. That's good. That's what we want to see. Let's find support back above this purple line, and then let's go up. That's kind of what we want to see on this. Basically, the other market caps are doing the same thing. Little failed auction of this low here. Higher lows. Liquidity grab from this level here. We're getting a nice back test. A little bit of a front run of this previous high. That's looking quite good at the moment. It looks okay. But you just got to be careful, because early longs always get punished. Late shorts always get punished. And so right now, this could be the punishing of people who came early or came late. What you want to see is the price to back test and find support, right? So right now on Bitcoin, it's still kind of pumping. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, still looking strong. Let's take out that high. That's really important. We'll take out that high. I'm not sure which level would be good, Mohan. We have to see this take out the high. Then if you've got that, then at least you can do a fib pull. Look for confluence. Fib, point of control. How far could this go? Who knows? Until it tops, it's hard to tell. It's hard to say where a good level is to buy. Yeah, because it clearly hasn't topped yet. This move hasn't topped yet, right? So we have to see. We can see the volume is coming in. This is an extremely healthy move. Yeah. So if people are wondering, is this healthy? Yes, it is. How do I know it's healthy? Well, when you look at the order flow, increasing prices, increasing OI. Do you see that? And CBD is going down. So you're getting bullish CBD divergences. You're getting increasing OI, increasing prices. It's just a really healthy upward move now. We're seeing, look at this, look at the OI is going up. This is really healthy. This is what you want to see. It means the price is being market bought with leverage, and basically the confidence of the market is back. The price action is bullish, higher highs, higher lows. The dips are being bought. We're seeing continued bullish CVD on the local time frame. I think this is looking really good right now. At the moment, it's looking good. I'm quite confident about this price, the order flow being bullish. I'm not seeing, it's not shorts closing to take the price up, it's new longs opening to push the price up. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Anyone who's in a short position now is going to be under pressure. Anyone who's holding shorts right now is going to be crazily under pressure. If anyone shorted this range now without taking profits, they're going to be like thinking, shit, why didn't I take profits? And so that's usually what happens, you know, like if you're shorting, you think you're you think that you've performed miracles. You think this is going to break down now to 72k or whatever, and you're going to become rich. And then you see the price coming back now and you haven't really taken profits, and you're thinking to yourself, shit, what have I done? This is looking strong. I better quickly close my shorts before I get trapped. If you're trapped, you're thinking, what did I do? And the price is above the point of control. I shorted the lows. I really fucked up. And you're now thinking to yourself, I should have longed instead of shorted. And this is what you want to see. You want to put all these shorts under pressure, and hopefully we're going to get a bit of a short squeeze and take the price to higher prices. The longs are putting the shorts under pressure right now because they're opening longs with leverage, with increasing OI. That's what's happening right now. So this is really, really, really healthy. Any questions? I don't know if that was clear. I'm just trying to kind of give a commentary on the price action of people, partly educational, so people can kind of analyze and understand what's going on. And history likes to rhyme itself, repeat itself sometimes. And so you see this once, you see this twice, you see it 10 times, you see it, and then every time you see it, it happens again and again, and then you become more confident in the price action. So 5 days ago, you know, it was looking terrible, wasn't it? It could have held at any level, but what you're looking for is the price to slow down. You're looking for the price to start forming higher lows. You're looking for the price to fail at the lows. And so kind of what I was doing on Discord was like saying, these are the levels, let's see what happens. If the price bottoms out, if it looks like it's bottoming out, that's when you can start longing. And hopefully, if you haven't longed, then next time maybe, you know, you can use good risk management and long. And if you have longed, then hopefully you're going to be really happy because you longed. I think you're like, shit. I'm not always right. Sometimes I am. When I am, that's kind of where you make your money, isn't it? So you can make back for losses when you use good risk management, when the price actually does, when your trade plan does work. Yeah, sometimes you just have to be dynamic with trade plans. You can't just always say, this is my trade plan, forget and for fire and forget. You have to adjust them. Sirius Farid, volume is super low. A binary chart. All right, guys. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break just because I need to kind of use the facilities. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go over all those altcoins then, and I'm gonna go over all your requests. I'm kind of with you for a little bit of time right now. I'm gonna happily leave you with the background so you can watch the Pacific Ocean while I go and come back, all right? And then we're going to go over everything else, if that's okay, if you don't mind. It's so hot here, huh? So I wouldn't mind to get a drink as well. So be back in 5 minutes. I'll go over TRVL, SUI, SLERF, QANX, SOL, Vanry. Which other ones were they? FLT. ZKL. All right. I'll leave you with a lovely Pacific for a few minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes, okay? Thank you.
Ah, pues no sé. No encuentro la llave, men. Vení vos a ver esto aquí, yo no sé. Traes un vaso con hielo, no solo. Porfa, un vaso con hielo. Ven, encuentro la llave de aquí, vos. Tienen la de aquí, vos. No. Ok, un momento. Voy a ver si consigo. Espérense.
All right, I'm back. How was that? Pacific Ocean. All right, let's kind of go over this stuff now. So what's going on with TRVL? Well, let's have a look. So with TRVL, I was talking about the future of the price action. Is this the right one? No. So I was kind of looking at the, if you remember, when I was talking about TRVL, I was talking about we lost 5.5, and I'm actually having a beer, so bottoms up. Why not? The beer at the Pacific, can't go wrong. So don't mind me. Be a little bit drunk in a second. We're looking at this inverse head and shoulders possible. So it's interesting with analysis. You have one idea, and then it can develop into another idea. Yeah. So nothing is 100%. I thought 5.5 was an important level. It was, wasn't it? It was clearly an important level. I said it was looking to go up, and it did. It did go up, and it went up 50%. Like that's a strong move. 50% increase in value. I had two Elliott wave counts in play, and it was, Elliott waves are subjective until you can finally finalize it as the price action tells you what's happening. Like you have one idea. Maybe we had 5 waves. Maybe we had one. How did I do it before? 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe that was the first wave. We were looking for this to be a 2 for massive continuation. That's not how it was playing out. And so before we dropped, or as we were kind of having a little bit of a swing failure here, I said, okay, maybe there's another play. And I kind of mapped out a different count. And naturally that came to pass because we lost our 5.5 level and we went to lower prices. Now, then I looked at this and I go, hey, wait a minute. We're actually looking at a higher time frame structural test, aren't we? We're looking at potentially some kind of inverse, a weekly time frame inverse head and shoulders pattern with a back test of the neckline, some kind of neckline here. You can kind of see it. It's the value area high. So let me just kind of update the volume now. This is the combined chart, the different exchanges. So let's just have a look here. So the value area high is slightly higher. No changes in the point of control. There's a high volume node at 3.1 cents, but that's much lower. We're looking at extremely bearish weekly candle, aren't we? Let me just put this in its own group. Let's hide that. We have a really bearish weekly candle, don't we? We've closed lower than the previous week. We found support somewhere here in the first hit. That's a clean test, huh? That's not a over. We haven't had a wash of this level. You know, when I talk about washes, I think this is a clean test at the moment. But because the last week's weekly candle was so bad, was so aggressively bearish to the downside, it might take a week or two to reverse. Yeah. You can have an immediate reversal. That would require an injection of volume to take the price back above the lows here. That's one way to reverse this week. Yeah. The other way to reverse this week is to have a doji, to have some kind of indecision week followed by an up week. Yeah, so sometimes it can take time. Sirus Farfuri is asking, volume is super low on TRVL. Well, that's because people are unsure. Yeah, people are just waiting for it to bottom. That's why. Not really because, like, you got some people who like to aggressively buy the dips. But with these like super low market cap tokens, people prefer to just wait for the price to bottom out. They're waiting to see strength in the rest of the market. Then they're going to start it slowly accumulate. Anyone who's sold will be looking to buy back in. If they've sold because they're looking for lower, they've got their lower, they've got their chance, and now they're looking to wait. They're waiting for the price to stop going down, and then they're waiting to see a little bit of strength. So right now, when you're looking at the price action, I can clearly see this descent isn't bearish. Decreasing prices, decreasing volume. See that? It's not a bearish descent, is it? Whereas the ascent was bullish. Increasing prices, increasing volume. This is bullish, increase in value. This is it's not a bearish decrease in value. We haven't held a key level of 5.5, but we haven't had a clean back test of 5.5, and so when you see the price dropped through this level, this magic 5.5, it didn't really offer any kind of support, did it? And so in my imagination, if and when we go up, I'm not now thinking to myself 5.5 is a key level anymore. I think this level is now probably, it's probably washed enough that I think this level won't hold if and when the price goes back. Remember that Adam and Eve pattern I was talking to you about on E? Can you see we're seeing the same thing here? Adam, Eve, and we're getting that on a lot of altcoins. We're getting the same kind of pattern. Okay, this is a classic bottoming pattern, break and up, and once that happens, I think we'll probably feel all of this descent very quickly. And then you know what I'll be looking for? I'll be looking for a massive V-shaped recovery to take the high. That's what I'm actually looking for. I don't know if it's going to happen. It may not be so V. You could also kind of V like that. Yeah. I can see that the impulse hasn't, I don't know if the impulse has begun here. Maybe that was the initial impulse, but I am looking for this to be a massive impulsive move. And so when I bring back the Elliott wave pattern count, could that be the bottom there? Could that be it? It's possible, because it is the value area high, and we've come to backtest the value area high of this overall range. Yeah, that's really bullish. It's bullish to come back to test the value area high and to find support. So I'm not thinking to myself now 5.5 is going to offer strong resistance. Not in the slightest. I think as if we go back up, we'll smash through 5.5 like it doesn't exist, in the same way the price came through 5.5 as though it didn't exist. Come down as though it doesn't exist, go up as though it doesn't exist. Okay, if we kind of came here and consolidated and then dropped, then I think going back up it would be a lot more problematic to go back up. Okay, because that didn't happen. I'm not thinking that we're going to get much resistance, and so then I'll be looking for the price to really expand up. It may take a little bit of time, just simply because sometimes TRVL takes time to figure itself out. Right now I can see a little bit of a, similarly, an Adam and Eve pattern here forming. Little breakout, take us back above 5.5. I think once we're back above 5.5, I don't think it's going to offer resistance, and then this will be a sign of strength. For me, as I've always said, getting back into a previous range is a sign of strength. This is the previous range. So if the price can get back above 5.5, 5.6, this is a sign of strength. Getting back into this range is a sign of strength. Once you see strength, you're going to see more strength, because people are looking for strength. Okay, once you get back in, you're going to get people longing again, longing at higher, and then hopefully that's going to take us back up to higher prices. What we need to do is to take out 9 cents again. It's really important. And then the other thing we need to do is we need to break 15 cents, 14 and a half, 15 cents. So let me just kind of rename this just to kind of have it. Indeed. Right. And so actually, you know, when we got rejected from 9 cents, I mean, it's pretty demoralizing for a lot of people, and people are like, what the fuck, if I would have sold at 9 cents every time, I'd be rich. You could argue that. That's a sound argument. But also, I'm like looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, well, how many times do we reject at 9 cents? That's 9 cents. How many times do we reject at 9 cents? I think eventually, when I looked at that rejection at 9 cents, I was thinking to myself, this is quite bearish. But at the same time, I'm also thinking to myself that when we actually break 9 cents, we're going to have a mega breakout. That's what I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking to myself, the longer this takes, the more powerful, the more explosive this breakout's going to be. That's actually what I'm thinking. I'm thinking to myself, we just have to keep on attacking 9 cents until we can get that crazy breakout. Okay, now I'd like it to happen tomorrow. Another test, so we can just go up. But I think this is going to be a really powerful breakout once we clear 9 cents. we're going to have a really powerful breakout. And before you know it, we're going to be into 40, 50, 60 cents. It's just going to happen so fast. And then maybe that will coincide with the rest of the market being extremely bullish. And then we have a chance of attacking all-time highs. I think once we do break out, this is going to be a really powerful, strong breakout. So actually, I didn't mind so much that we had another rejection from that. And I don't mind that so much because I know that eventually when it breaks out, it's going to be a powerful breakout. That's kind of where I am with regards to the price action. Also, there was this trend line I was looking at. So let me just see where it is. And actually, in hindsight, I'm just thinking maybe this was wrong. I kind of thinking to myself, again, I hate trend lines, huh? Especially on these illiquid tokens, because they're just so illiquid, you just don't know where the trend line is. Maybe it was there, you know. Maybe it was actually lower. I don't know. I really hate trend lines because every time I do them and they never work out. So I really hate them. I prefer horizontal levels. And just like what I'm looking at this now, 9 cents. You break that line, we're going to have a powerful breakout. Okay. There's only so many times the price can hit 9 cents before it smashes through. So we've hit it now a few times, and as long as the price keeps on putting higher lows, and as long as the price keeps on attacking 9 cents, then we're going to get the breakout. And then I won't actually be thinking like, whereas before I was thinking to myself, if we go up now and hit 30 cents, that will be a massive take profit for a back test. Now what I'm thinking to myself is because we keep on hitting 9 cents and rejecting, we might actually smash through higher levels as though they don't exist. Yeah. It would almost be like, as you get past this pivot here, you're almost in a type of price discovery because there really hasn't been much volume at higher prices. And so the price can actually go up quite fast, quite quickly. Even though there is previous price history, it is also possible that because there's no volume, when you look at the volume profile, you can see that there's literally no volume here. And so it is possible that once we clear this area, you could actually go up and you could be up at $1 or 1.5 or whatever very quickly. That will be after a massive breakout. So I'm not actually bearish on this. I'm actually bullish. I think it's a really good opportunity to pick up TRVL at lower prices. Right now we're only 150%. We're only 150% above the all-time low. So if you buy into TRVL now, you're getting it quite cheap comparatively. When you look at some other tokens, you see they're quite far away from their all-time lows. Hold on a second. So anyway, so let's just see how this plays out. Do you buy the dip? Do you aggressively buy, or do you just wait? Well, I always said that rounding bottoms are quite bullish on TRVL, and then we're starting to get a rounding bottom here. Adam and Eve followed by a rounding bottom. Oh, sorry, an Adam followed by a rounding bottom is an Eve. And with TRVL, I've always said that these rounding bottoms are kind of you're looking to accumulate, and then you're also looking for the price to start going up. So I think this is potentially a good place to reaccumulate. If anyone is out of position, this would be a good place to reaccumulate. But naturally, we won't really know if this is the bottom until we take out 9 cents. And I think because of the structure, because of putting in a lower low here, after we put in a higher high, what's the danger here is an inverse V, isn't it? To kind of come back to this neckline and reject. That would be the first thing you're looking for. So I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be at around 5.5 cents. I don't think it's going to happen. But if you suddenly go up and you do find resistance here, that would be quite bearish. So we have to look out for that. I don't think it's going to happen, but we've got to have to look out for that. Then the other kind of the inverse V idea here would be 50%. Honestly, I think if we do end up going up to 50%, 62 cents, even though technically that's an inverse V, that's the right place for the price to come for continuation, because we're coming back into this previous range, I actually think that would be quite bullish, not bearish, and I'll be looking for the price to find support for continuation. I wouldn't be looking for the price to reject. So while this looks bearish, I'm actually thinking that this is okay. You put in a lower low here, but actually maybe what's going to happen next is that is your higher low, and confirmation of that being your higher low would be for the price to take out 9 cents. If the price takes out 9 cents, this here at 4.4 cents becomes your higher low. So we just have to be patient to see what happens next. But I'm not like phased by this, to be honest with you. On a higher time frame, it does look like that we have a weekly back test of some kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern here. That's the back test. If this plays out correctly, breakout, back test, we're going to have another explosive move, aren't we? You're going to break out of this pattern, and then that would be the bottom, and then you're going to be on another kind of higher time frame bottom, and we should be heading to higher prices very quickly. Okay, so my target for this topping out is still somewhere towards the end of April. That hasn't changed. Let me have a look at the fib time now. So fib time, it's a tricky one, fib time, because sometimes you make a good call and it works, and then sometimes it looks like it hasn't worked. Well, I don't think this rejection happened on fib time. I think the price was finding support on fib time, and the price led to higher prices. Then we have a rejection. Okay. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm not like looking at this and going, this has rejected on fib time. Okay. But it's a tricky one, isn't it? You could argue, or maybe it was looking to reject on fib time. I'm seeing this as a correction. I'm not really seeing this as a rejection. But at the moment, it's tricky to say, because it's a bit tricky to say what's happening. Okay, so we kind of have to reevaluate fib time as well. So let me just kind of also have a look at these. Let me have a look at this trend. The 618 is the 12th of February. And then from here, end of Jan, 22nd of Jan. So, I mean, look, if this is, if we are in an Elliott wave correction now, this one, and if we don't see a V-shaped recovery, my target, honestly, my target for a wave 2 bottom is going to be 20th of Jan. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm wondering if we get an ABC here. That was the A. It'd be nice to go up for an extended, for a flat, some kind of flat, or I don't know. It'd be nice to have a kind of ABC like this. A. That's quite a sharp A. B, C, something like that. It'd be nice to get some kind of corrective pattern here for some kind of explosive move on a dip on this fib time. So the way I've done this fib time is from the 0 to the 3 to the 4. Okay, so a trend-based fib time from 0 to 3 to 4. That kind of gives me a target date of around the 20th of January, 20th of January. That's going to be kind of the Trump inauguration. So I do wonder if we're going to bottom out then. It is always possible. See, the thing is, I don't necessarily think 5.5 is in play at the moment. So I do wonder if we do kind of go corrective up for another ABC down to explode on that date. So you do get your classic ABC, right? And I do wonder if we do go up now to, we do a trend based one here, and we do come back down. I kind of want us to take the high now, to be honest with you. I really do. We can take 9.9 cents now for a ABC corrective. Another rejection for another ABC drop like that. But to come back down, not all the way down to where we are now, but to kind of come back down to the 618 at around 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. I would be interested to see if that played out. It would require us to take another rejection of 9 cents. So just keep on rejecting, but ultimately what you'll be looking to do is put higher lows. We can take out that high to put another higher low and to come down on, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm interested to see if we can actually do something now in the next couple of weeks to take out the high of 9.99 cents for another ABC. So that wouldn't be your impulsive 5-wave. That would just be a simple ABC corrective move to take out the highs at 9 cents for another rejection, for another ABC drop. And then this time we're just coming back to the low of this range to expand for the actual impulsive move. So I'm kind of wondering if we do kind of have this is just an idea I have based on time, out of this first Elliott wave count from the 0 to the 3 to the 4 with the 618 landing at around 20th of January. It's my initial thoughts here. I could be wrong. We could just go up now and smash 5.5 cents and not 5 but the highs now, and just go up for the next move. Yeah. And obviously I could be wrong, and then we could actually just kind of flatten out here and go down to the point of control. That would be a different kind of ABC. I don't like that at all. I don't really want to go down here, because it means that we've lost all of that hard work. We've lost all of the work in the increase in value. It's always going to be harder to go up if you go down. You just need to stay as high as possible so that you can go up much higher. Okay, it's good for traders to go further down, but it's terrible for hodlers and people who are looking for higher prices. Yeah. So if we can hold this area and get right back up into that previous range, then we have a chance of a corrective pattern to take out 9 cents and then come back down to the 618. And then hopefully if we can kind of launch pad on the Trump inauguration day, that could make sense. All right. So that's kind of where I'm at with TRVL. Everything is good. Like when I'm looking at the Dtravel X page, I see lots of good things. I don't see anything bad. Let's have a look at it now. I haven't looked at Telegram for a week or two, or over a week, just because there's too much stuff going on there. Oh look, they reposted my picture from always got my Dtravel hat on, this time in El Salvador. This was at the Crater Lake yesterday. It was nicer. What is this? Someone's posted in a different language. Was this translation accurate? No. Shit. Don't know what they're saying. Hi guys, today I want to share a project that I believe will make a splash in the upcoming market. Dtravel peer-to-peer booking platform built on Base, combining DPIN, RWA, and AI tech. This project is a project that is not only potential but attracting attention of the entire crypto community. Anyway, you can just do a translate there and read it for yourselves. Listings in 993 cities worldwide and growing. It's good though. Bullish on this. What's this one? This weekly progress. More development. Security deposits. That's good. So you can see we're building. We're building the product. The product is just getting better and better and better. TRVL is now on Sin Futures DeFi. That means you can 10x TRVL using derivatives, using leverage. So that's quite interesting. It's the first time we've actually been on some kind of perpetual derivatives, perpetual product. If you're bullish on TRVL, you can leverage TRVL. Just make sure you take profit when you're leveraging. So once you're in profit, take profit, and that's going to increase volume. So that's going to have a direct impact on how we grow as a crypto trading token, and not just a utility token for this peer-to-peer booking platform built on Base. Sensei, this is the AI. So an AI project building infrastructure and tooling for digital replicas has included Dtravel in there. Ask Sensei Secret Santa Quest. Well, that's interesting. And then what's this one? The world is taking notice. More content about Dtravel and TRVL every day. Traveler Tiger. Check out this video about Dtravel DAO. It's decentralized Airbnb. Let's have a look at that.
What is good, YouTube? What is going on? Up next, family? Danny here, back again with another one for you guys. And today we are looking at the first ever, that I've seen at least, peer-to-peer vacation rental network, actually eliminating the centralized control that we see right now in the traditional space with vacation rentals, and it is working off the pin. Yes, I'm talking about Dtravel. Let's jump into it and see why Dtravel is one of my top picks to absolutely revolutionize the crypto space in 2025. Let's go. Seen done before. Decentralized part now for the travelers, putting them over, and that's the thing, or add multiple listings or damage protection to your listing.
This is a great video. This is a really, look, 2,100 likes. Oh my god, this is a really amazing video. Wow. So this guy's really gone into depth. Oh, he's actually looked at let's have a look
here, and the charts speak for itself. You know what these guys are talking about, partnerships, and a bunch of people that are also tweeting about what the chart is looking like on the TRVL token. And I'll tell you what, they're all saying it's gonna absolutely moon. There's a bunch of different analysts, traders. I myself am a trader, so I already know what these guys are talking about. But this is huge things for the pin space, and you guys can see that all of the, even they scored Telegram, and I can't wait for points. Said we've been basically in the space that's gonna absolutely moon.
I don't know why he doesn't quote me. Like, what the fuck? I've been making videos on TRVL forever. He's ignored me, huh? Bastard. Anyway, this is good. Look, 1 million subscribers. Like, what can I say? Here, have a look. Ali Hash, welcome. This is pretty exciting. So I think I've retweeted that anyway. This is really exciting. All right, that's TRVL. Let's see what happens. Kind of just keep on accumulating, I guess. You know, if you don't have positioning. Let's just kind of have a look at SLERF as well. Nope. SLERF couldn't get below this 1.271 level. It's clear to see. And the next key level is this 1-to-1 level at 18.5 cents. It's a very important level. Yesterday's daily candle was a mega bullish candle. We closed back above the previous daily low, the previous daily low, sorry, high. We closed above the 786 level, and we closed above the daily levels. A really bullish yesterday. Today we're seeing bullish pullback, bullish continuation. Again, we're forming this Adam and Eve pattern. This is the Adam, this is the Eve. Do you see that? So we're getting this kind of Adam and Eve pattern that's replicating across a lot of tokens. All right, just be aware of that. Everyone is looking at this pattern, and that's when patterns fail. When you know, like I called this pattern on Discord, and let everyone know this is what's forming a couple of days ago, and now everyone is looking at this pattern. So you just got to be aware of it. And so counter traders will counter trade patterns because they're going to trap people. And so while you're looking at this and you're feeling really bullish, and you're going to do a classic Adam and Eve pattern, you could get counter traded and you can get caught. Okay, especially when everyone is looking at this. Has this bottomed out? Well, let's have a look at it. Has it bottomed out? Let's just hide all this stuff. Just get rid of this stuff now. Really aggressive sell-off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I don't think we've got any more aggressive selling. You're not going to have like a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, are you? The selling has been aggressive enough, right? Now we're getting a little bit of a buyback. We're not seeing the increase in volume that we want to see, that we initially saw with these impulsive waves. Look at that increasing volume. For the increase in volume there. Here. Increasing volumes, increasing prices. Decreasing volume, decreasing prices. So it's not bearish in that sense. It's not aggressively bearish. I can see the CCI is bottomed out with hidden bullish divergences, and I can see that we're forming hidden bullish divergence on the MACD with lower MACD and higher lows on the price. You see that? So lower MACD, higher lows on the price. So this is hidden bullish divergence. It kind of just means that the price is being absorbed, so that the price is being prevented from going down. I said a few days ago, I said 4 days ago, I said, while we're seeing lower prices, I'm not going to be bearish or start becoming bearish until we take out this initial move low. This is my count. You see that low? So that would invalidate this first wave. If you invalidate the first wave, then that's really bearish. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of invalidating a really bullish 5-wave impulsive move. And so if you invalidate it by taking out that low, this becomes really horrible. But anything up to holding that low is fine for me. I'm just going to sit tight on my position. I'm not really going to look to sell it, and actually I'm just looking to accumulate more or look for trades to enter and leverage. So at the moment it's still looking good. I think what we need to do now, the next kind of step, is strength. We want strength in the price action. Okay, what is strength going to look like? Well, let me just have a look at this volume level. Exactly, who knows what price action? Nope. Get rid of that. Nope. Value area high is lower. We have this high volume node that's kind of blocking our path. Let's have a look at this one actually. I think we need to see 18 and a half, somewhere between 18 and a half and 19 flip into support. I think that's really important. And like we're kind of, this is the test for me. If we can see us clear this level, and not reject. Now, if we reject, we're going to go back for a test, and then we have to form some kind of bottoming pattern here. But if we can like just smash through it for a back test, then maybe we can actually form a low here. And then what you'd want to see is you'd want to see increased volume, and you'd want to see this high volume node to flip back into support. All right. And I think I'd like to see that to confirm that this is over, that this pain has ended. Yeah. So right now, what I'm looking at, you know, these lower highs, could we smash up? Could we come out of this Adam and Eve, form a lower high, and then go right back down for the test? That's the test. That's going to be the big test, the neckline test of this Adam and Eve pattern. So I do want to see a breakout, and then I do want to see a test. It will start looking, it will start, people look at this and feel bearish because we're putting another lower high, but actually then I'll be looking for this high volume node, this one-to-one extension level to offer us some kind of support. And if that can happen, then maybe we can actually have a real impulsive, explosive move to the upside. Shamu, hi, eh? Holiday looks awesome. Vanry would be interesting, but first and foremost, QANX. Mohan, it could take a while because right now memes tokens don't have much volume. So I'll be looking for something like this in the short term. Yeah, it would be another lower high here, but then we'd be looking for a pullback for this Adam and Eve neckline test at the one-to-one. That I would want that to hold as support. This area. If we can do this, that would be amazing. And then maybe we can have a real explosive move. And you could argue, well, maybe this is the first wave, or maybe this is still corrective and we haven't had the first impulsive wave yet. Yeah. So this whole thing is still part of the correction until we can finally get the impulse. For me, this first upwards move was quite impulsive, but this here now, for me, all of this is looking quite corrective at the moment. So we have to see how this plays out. All right. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm still bullish on Slurf. I think Mohan is right. You know, the volume is low. I think a lot of people are waiting for Doge. A lot of meme coins are waiting for Doge to explode and do some kind of craziness. I think if people are looking for meme coins, then the key indicator is Dogecoin. If you see Doge starting to look really good, then, you know, you just go to your favorite low market cap meme coins and just start longing. At the moment, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this because it looks like we're still in that wave 2 corrective count. And actually, this is the big wave. The next wave 3 is the bigger one. This is the big one. This is the one that we're looking for. We've had our first wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the ABC, deep C. And then now if we can find a little bit of strength, get back above 18.5 to 19 cents, back test it for support, then I think we have a really good chance of exploding to the upside. And then my target then will base it on where we put the pivot low 2 in. We'll have a nice trend based extension, and just kind of, let's just imagine that the low has been put in here. Let's just imagine the low has been put in here. And I can just give you that level now. 1 to 2. That's the 1. Let's just say that's your low. Well, it wouldn't be unless that's the impulse, the initial. It could be, that could be the initial impulse. Then you've got a 618 at 3.31 cents. You've got a 1-to-1 would take us to the highs at 50 cents, but an extended target would take us to $1. So actually, probably $1. That's probably what I'd be looking for if we can get a nice. I find a little bit of strength here. If this is the low end, then I'll be looking to take SLERF all the way up to $1. That's kind of what I'm imagining at the moment. So let's see how that plays out. All right, that's kind of where I'm at with SLERF at the moment. Not to say that the price could always reject lower down, and none of this is financial advice, but if that one is being put in, and if we are in a 2 correction, we find a higher low here, and then we do find a little bit of strength and flip this high volume node at 18.5 to 19 cents into support, then we can have a nice impulsive move. Ideally, what we want to do is flip the point of control down to this high volume node. So we really do need a little bit of volume to come in at 18.5 and 19 cents. I suppose it would, because then people will be bullish, start becoming bullish again, and then they'll start market buying or buying high amounts of SLERF and pushing the price up. And then I'll be looking for a nice expansive move, taking us to $1. Really, that would be my target on SLERF on a higher time frame. I don't think I'm going to be over ambitious with SLERF, because I'd like to see 5 wave count taking us to $1. I'm not going to be like thinking, let's go to shit dollars, like $8 or shit knows what dollars, like higher prices. I'll be thinking, let's just kind of be conservative and let's just look to take to $1. And then if it does go to $1, then you'll be looking to take your profit and then look for the corrective pullback to maybe come back down to the value area high for a big back test. It's kind of where I'm at now with SLERF, but let's see what happens. And the reason why is because the momentum has just been really down, hasn't it? So why do you get these deep pullbacks? It's just to correct the momentum of the market. That's all it is. It's all corrective because of the crazy sell-off. These tokens are bullish, but you do have to reverse the momentum. How is that looking on Solana? Well, Solana has just been fucking weak for weeks and weeks. Ever since we changed market structure to bearish, it's just been. Remember I said Solana is bearish when it changed market structure. We put in a lower low, lower high. We took out the lower low. You know, remember I said this is bearish. This is a bearish change. And actually on this chart, on the Binance chart, it looks like we didn't take out the high. On some charts, it looks like we put a higher high there. But actually what ended up happening was another lower low, lower high, and Solana got shitted on, basically. What we're getting now is a really nice bounce off a higher time frame value area, which I kind of talked about my stream 4 days ago. I looked at this and I went, hey, wait a minute, this is looking good. We're at a key level. It's the value area high. It's not a place to get bearish. It's actually a place to be bullish. And actually, now that you're looking at Solana, you're thinking to yourself, damn, Amir wasn't necessarily wrong, was he? He was right, because all it did was just come back and test this area. It was a big back test. And when you're looking at the higher time frame, well, you want to see a big back test of a value area. If you can hold the value area higher support, then you're only looking for higher prices. What I'd like to see on Solana next is a change of market structure on a daily time frame. It's going to really require the price to go all the way up to $234 from this current price. And so there's a little bit of work to do, and I don't know how it's going to do it. It's not obviously not going to go up in a straight line. You kind of need to go up in stages to try and attack those higher prices. All right, I've got a phone call. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take another 5-minute break, okay? Sorry, let me take this. I'm meeting someone now. So let me just take a 5-minute break. I'll be back and I'll do QANX and I'll do all the other things that I talked about earlier, which was SUI, QANX, Vanry. I'll have a look at that, FTL and ZKL. And then obviously I'll have a look at some other things if I can. So be back in 5 minutes. Okay, don't go anywhere. And if you've missed my analysis on BTC, go right back to the beginning of this video. Have a look at it if you're interested to know about the price action and where we were, and the signal I gave in Discord about longing. I said long, I'm long. And if you're not part of my Discord, Altcoin Dreaming is kind of leading it. I'm kind of like the front man, but he's the back man. Please join. And you know, you're never gonna have to pay. Okay, so the link is underneath this video. If you like this video, then please like it. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hope everyone's still here. All right, QANX, let's go. No more wasting time. Let's have a look at QANX. Whoa, beautiful. Look at that. So, wow, how amazing is that? QANX is on fire. I actually posted about QANX yesterday, yeah. Firstly, I quoted Peepin. If you don't know him, you should follow him, Peepin. He's got all of the insights on QANX, so definitely follow him. And he's got all of the inside info on QANX. Feel free to follow him. Mainnet confirmed it's done and passed to Hacken for audit. And he posted a video. I think that's really bullish. Like, I think the timing is perfect. I think the mainnet is going to be a buy the news event. I don't think it's going to be a sell the news event. I could be wrong, but I think that's basically when QANX is live. And I already saw someone posted to me on Telegram about QANX is like a game that's being developed on the QANX platform. Where is it? Is it here somewhere? It's called QANX, but it's spelt quite unusually. QANX, is it QANX, something like that. QANX, something like that. I don't know what it's called. Let's just have a look here. Let's see if I can find it. Where is that game? It's spelled funny, so I have to look at my Telegram actually. Let me just find it on my Telegram. I'm looking at my Telegram. Oh, well, that's shit. That's wrong. Oh, it's saying not found. Someone posted to me yesterday. Oh, so much for that. Let me just show you on my Telegram. So I can't find it. It's a bit weird. I'm proud to announce that our game has been accepted to Epic's Game Store. I hope this will allow everyone to try it more freely. The store page is still under construction and I need screenshots and videos and gameplay to make a nice store video. PS, Quan Wallets and QANX implementation is coming. You'll see a glimpse of the user wallet and game wallet in this version. QANX, i.e. QANX. So, QANX. QANX. So, this is quite interesting. So, I actually, Beam said it was inspired by me. Not really. Someone told me that it's not called QANX. It's called, someone corrected me a long time ago. It's not called QANX. It's called QANX. I've just been repeating what someone told me. I didn't make this up. Someone else did. So I'm not going to take credit for the name. But actually, it seems like it's a play of the name of QANX. So that's quite interesting. But obviously, it hasn't been built yet. But there's some big things coming on this platform. And I think maybe the reason why is because you can program it in any language. And so they've made it extremely user-friendly. So let's just have a look at the charts. The charts are the most important thing for me. Now, let's just kind of go back to the beginning. Let's just forget about everything that we've looked at. Let's just redo the volume. Let's just see where the volume's at, because volume is really important. All right. Let's have a look at my previous volume level. So look, so we had a previous value area, shifted a little bit, but as you can see on this previous value area that I had, that the value area high, the price was unable to close underneath the previous value area high. Do you see that? Do you see that red line, value area high? It pushed lower, but it was able to close. And now we've had a bullish reaction from the value area, the previous value area high. The volume has actually shifted the value area high now to there. Okay. We haven't had a back test of the new value area high yet. So this looks quite bullish. It could be corrective. So don't get caught in this and thinking this is the impulse. It could be, but it also could be the first wave, or it could be a corrective move. And we could still be correcting. It could be the bullish part, the impulsive part of a corrective move to form some kind of flat correction. I don't know. And so let me pull my EW count up now with this new value area. That's our higher time frame move. So we are still in the wave 3. So I can hide that now, actually. So don't need that. There. So initially I was thinking of a flat. It could still be a flat. This could still be a flat correction. That could have been A, B, I don't know. It could still be some kind of extended flat. It's a tricky one, huh? It's a tricky one to kind of map out correctly. It'd be nice to take the high there and to come back down for the actual move, which would be the crazy impulsive move. Shamu is saying the announced mainnet audit with Hackend is underway since yesterday. So I think this first wave is correct. And I kind of thought that this final 5 had finished there. I thought it would have been nice to kind of go up and then come down. You know, the charts never do what you want. Yeah, it's just the ideas of what could happen. I did think that we would have to go down to impulse, and this could be the impulse, the first impulse. It does look quite impulsive, but it could also be part of the corrective. This could be a correction. This could be a correction. That would be nice. A V-shaped recovery with a back test of some kind of 50% fib could be very nice entry for people who are looking to trade this. If we can take out that high for a 50% back trace, and then we can see a crazy impulse of some kind of flat correction. That's my first thoughts, just looking at this. This could be the first wave for an ABC for the next wave. We'll have to see how this plays out. This whole thing could be just a corrective move for the next wave. Let's just see how this plays out. I actually, just going back to my ex like yesterday. Who was it? Not on this. Let's have a look on my. So I did kind of say, like, I don't really mince words. I just kind of say what I think. And I think I responded to. I didn't post it properly. I should have kind of tweeted it. Yeah, I got a few likes on that one. Huh? I'm mega bullish on QANX, picked up more on the dip. Yeah, so I kind of did say, I did actually. I was like, this is good. This is looking really. QANX is dipping. This is a really good place, and I posted it 17 hours ago. Let's have a look where the price was 17 hours ago. Not too bad, huh? So we were kind of. I think I actually, when I posted that, it was here. It was here. So, fuck me. Already 28% from when I posted that on X. So, not financial advice, but I like what I was seeing. Shmoo is saying it was featured in the latest Coin Bureau video for a few seconds at the end at 19.58 minutes. Devil needs art. Is it possible to reach QANX similar position as Solana, Bitcoin Cash savings? Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't know if it's going to happen suddenly. I think it could take time. I think the higher we go, the more likely it is to do what we're hoping for. I think we need $1 billion plus market cap on QANX. That's above $1. I think once you get above $1, you're gonna start attracting the big players. Once you're $1 billion plus market cap, as a layer one, once after the mainnet launches, if we can get a lot of liquidity coming into QANX, a lot of the big venture funds and capital funds are going to start buying it up. And if we can just break the all-time high and then we can flip it into support, technically that's what you want to do. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think this is good. Like looking at the price action, it doesn't look terrible, does it? It's kind of what we want to see. Impulse, 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 correction, and then let's have another big impulse to take us to all-time highs. I do want to see QANX on more exchanges. I don't know if that's going to happen because of the QANX team, or if it's just going to be picked up by the other exchanges just because they're interested in seeing what happens or seeing QANX take off. So I think that's important. I don't think we're going to be able to get all the liquidity that we need for higher prices if we can't get more exchanges involved with QANX. I'd like it to be on Bybit, honestly. I'd like it to be on Binance. I'd like it to be an organic growth, and I wouldn't necessarily need, I want to see it like that. I don't necessarily need QANX to push it. If that starts to happen, then we're definitely going to see higher prices, yeah. And so that we can't really predict that. Shmoo is saying, which is soon. I think once we kind of clear $1 billion market cap, then you're going to start getting the bigger exchanges interested in QANX, and we just have to be patient. I think in the future you'd just be looking at this and you'd be thinking to yourself, I wish I would have got it at these low prices. Right now we're trying to flip the value area into support, and that's a key place. That's a key level. This is a key area. If we can flip the value area into support, this whole area into support, then we're looking into higher prices. And this whole thing, well, we should not, in the context of a bull market, in the bull market, we shouldn't revisit lower prices if we can flip the value area into support. I think a lot of people have been hesitant about QANX for different reasons, but technically, looking at the charts, I think this is bullish. It's looking bullish to me. The reaction from here is looking really good. Some people sold. The price decreasing was not bearish because you've got decreasing prices, decreasing volume. The price going up was increasing prices, increasing volume. So I didn't look at this and feel bearish at all. Yeah. I just bought the dip. I'm just looking at the indicators. Oversold. The MACD is looking to turn. I'm seeing hidden bullish divergences on the MACD. I'm seeing lower MACD, higher lows here. That's hidden bullish divergences. It means that the price is being absorbed. Anyone who's bullish on QANX is buying more. They're not selling. Remember, we're not on derivatives, so this is just people spot buying, spot hodling. And so anyone who sold because they panicked, if they didn't buy back in, they're going to be now thinking to themselves, shit, I shouldn't have done that, because you're already 28% above the pivot low that was put in yesterday. Do you wait for a pullback? Probably, yeah, probably. Wait for the pullback, wait for it to find support. Hold on a second. Oops, it was a mute. Sorry about that. So possibly an ABC correction here on to form some kind of flat. This is a really bullish 12-hour candle, isn't it? That's a bullish engulfing candle. It's a failed auction of these lows. That's a failed auction. Back above the value area high. So you have a major SR flip in play. Again, that's a bullish daily candle. That's a bullish engulfing daily candle. That's a really bullish candle. Increasing volume on that candle. It's really bullish, this price action. So I'm actually liking the reaction here. And here, look at the weekly time frame. I'm looking at, right now, we're right back above the previous week open. Look, we've just right back up. We've just reversed all of that sell volume instantly. Yeah, we rejected lower prices, taken out the previous week low. We're right back in the highs. Like, if the price keeps on attacking the highs, you just can't complain. You can't be thinking you can't be bearish on this token when the price goes down and it comes right back up to the highs every single time. That's what's happening. Yeah, you get this 5 days down, and then in 2 days you're right back to where you began. So slow to come down and fast to go up. It just means that people are ready to snap it up as soon as they feel confident about the market bottoming out. So I don't really have anything to say. I mean, you can do different kinds of analysis on this. I think quite simply, once we flip this value area high into support, once we see that, I guess I am looking for that. I am looking for a clean back test somewhere where right now it's grinding up as it was before. I think I am looking for some kind of back test somewhere where the price just can't go lower, and it finds support somewhere on some kind of major fib confluence with a volume area. Let me pull the volume here. You see the value area high is also the local range point of control. We haven't had a back test, so naturally if we do get a pullback, I'd want to see 6 cents hold as support. So right now I don't really want to see the price drop below 6 cents. That's kind of what if we do get another pullback, I don't want to see that. We're coming into this local range value area high here, a little bit of resistance. I wouldn't mind. I think it'll be more bullish if we can go and take out the high for a V-shaped recovery. If we do get a V-shaped recovery here, that would require us to take the high here, and then wherever we put the pivot high, you're looking for a major fib level all the way down potentially to 50% to hold the support for continuation. And then obviously you can get different kinds of V-shapes. If we do get a V-shape, we have to see what kind of V-shape we get. At the moment we're coming to a little bit of resistance, so if you want to see continued strength, we need to take out the high. Otherwise we're going back down to 60 cents right now. In the current context, 6 cents should be a strong support level from the current pivot. So if we do put in a pivot high now and we have a pullback, then I think 6 cents is going to be a strong level for the price to find support. At the very lowest, it'll be 5.7 cents because that's the golden pocket and the value area low. So we have a bit of an area of support here at the moment. If we do decide to go back down, that's where the price has to hold. Ideally, you want to see 6 cents hold the support. Yeah. So in the current context, whatever happens next, if we see 6 cents hold the support, then that's going to be confirmation for higher prices. Okay. That's kind of where we're at now. Whatever happens, we don't want to lose this value area that we've formed. So we don't want to kind of lose it. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, this is not good. So if you see that, just not enough liquidity, it's looking for lower liquidity. Yeah. If you see bearishness, it'll be losing the value area low, losing 6 cents, losing 5.7 cents, taking out the low, and then then it's probably looking to go lower. It'll probably be looking to go lower. Any low price is your guess. Maybe 4.3, maybe even lower. I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, I'm just saying we can't at the moment in the current context. I don't want to lose the area between 5.7 and 6 cents. It's a little bit of an area. It's still quite illiquid. And so that's why I'm saying it's more of an area than an exact number. But ideally, I want to see the price take out the high that we put in on the 18th of December. That's going to be really important to see what happens next. Yeah. All right. So that's kind of my QANX update. I don't really have anything more to say. I really like this reaction. Failed auction underneath the value area high. You can almost think to yourself, that was a buy of a lifetime, because you were able to buy it in the value area and the price actually got rejected from the value area and is now looking for higher prices. So anyone who caught it at 5 cents, sorry, 5.1 cents or below 6 cents, you did a good job. Well done. That's all I can say. All right, that's QANX. Let's look for higher prices, huh? Increasing volume. I think one of these days we're going to get such a crazy green volume. Someone's just going to be like, I need to buy as much as I can instantly. One of these days we're going to get like a massive green candle with a massive green volume pushing it to higher prices. I wonder if that's going to coincide with some kind of future exchange launch to take us to higher prices. That's what I wonder. And then obviously that game that's being developed, QANX, that's a big development. I imagine that in the future also we're going to get other kind of projects and token agnostic, chain agnostic tokens pick up on QANX as well, just because it's easy to code in, because you can use different coding languages. It's not just ETH-based coding or some other kind of coding language. You use Java or whatever to code, C++, whatever to code in QANX. So at the moment looking good. Coming to a bit of resistance now, so just bear that in mind. Yeah, so if you're trading this, we're coming into a little bit of resistance. Any questions on that? Shmoo, Quantum Chickens, Tim H, thanks for joining me. Would you invest highly on QANX for future potential? Absolutely, I would. I do. Not financial advice. I bought the dip. I'm looking to buy more. I'm really happy with the price action. I'm not feeling bearish at all. I think right now dips are buying opportunities for QANX. I think the community is great. The community are bullish. I see very little selling. I see more and more buying and more interest. I think the narrative of quantum proof blockchains has only just begun. I don't think we're at the end. I think we're at the beginning. I think the more and more quantum processing and quantum chips and all this kind of quantum news becomes a bigger deal, then I think the more and more increase in value we're going to be seeing on these kind of quantum proof blockchains. QANX is obviously not the only one. There's others, but for now I'm only interested in this one. All right, so that's kind of QANX. I've done SLERF, I've done TRVL, I've done Solana. Let's just have a look at ETH again, because I just wanted to have a look at ETH. And really I wanted to have a look at ETH BTC. That's when you're looking at ETH, you really need to look at ETH BTC, right? Let's go to the higher time frame on ETH BTC. This is the monthly time frame. We had a bounce off the golden pocket, little front one of the this overall point of control. Just update the volume. Last week we had a really bearish candle, huh? It closed higher than the weekly level, the weekly lows, the weekly level here. And now we're getting a little bit of a bullish reaction. The down volume, the decreasing price is increasing volume, so it's quite a bearish descent. And it was a lot more bearish than I wanted. Yeah. I'm not sure we're out of the woods just yet. Trying to get back into the value area. So I do like that we've tried to get back in. I'm not seeing like when I talk about a clean rejection, you see as we were going lower, we had a nice clean rejection here, which led to lower prices. Yeah, that was a clean test. Now we're going up. We're washing that level. It's not a, it's a different behavior. It's not the same. Like if this was bearish, I think you'd see a lower high here for continuation, or at least you'd see a clean test. We've gone through it. So I'm not seeing the value area low of this local range offer that much resistance. We're obviously seeing a little bit of a big TP here on the last 12 hours. It kind of the price pumped. We're getting a little pullback now. And again, we've got this kind of head and shoulders pattern here. Was that a clean neckline test? Possibly. Is this the first reaction of that neckline test? Possibly. Yeah. It's a bit of an area, huh? Somewhere there. If BTC holds for a higher low here, you could have another attack. And if you can have another attack, then maybe we can find acceptance. If you can find acceptance, then maybe we can go up. So there's a lot of things that still need to happen here for this to become strong. Yeah, so we are finding a little bit of strength because we're pushing back into the value area low here. And whereas initially we were finding strong resistance, this area is now, the price is trying to get back in. What I'd like to see now on BTC is a higher low and for the price to make another attempt at this value area low. So right now, there are signs that we could reverse. We have to see what happens next. There's a little Adam and Eve pattern here, and we've tried to break through, and we haven't, have we? So it's a little front run. And so that's not good, is it? So you kind of don't want to reject here and go down. We have to be aware of that. We go up now and find resistance of the value area high, then you could have a failed Adam and Eve pattern. And then if you get a rejection, you're actually looking to go down and take the lows here. It could totally do that too. Like there's a lot of things that could happen. Ideally, we want to just put in higher lows here and not go down, ideally. Okay, I think that would be better. Even if we reject, we want to try and get out, put higher lows here and get out of here and try and break up. But also, I'm just looking at this and thinking it'd be nice if we could just bottom here and then just have another attempt and get back up. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. I do want us to get back into, I think once we get back into this volume area, then we're going to start seeing a lot more strength on our altcoins. I'm on QANX, I'm aiming for $1 all right at the moment. Oh, there's a noise? Is that any better? Testing. Oh, it seems to fix itself, but sorry about that. Let me know again. SUIA, dumping today. All right, let me just kind of go on to some other things quickly. I don't have, running out of time now. I'll be streaming for a little bit. What were the ones? Vanry. Let's quickly have a look at Vanry. I mean, it's very similar to a lot of tokens, yeah. So it's tricky to just specifically give my comments on this token when I'm seeing similar behavior on all these tokens. Yeah. It looks like there was a little front run of the point of control here. Bullish reaction. and it looks like we're trying to do the same thing with, there's like an Adam and Eve pattern forming here. The problem with these patterns is everyone now sees it, and so market makers can easily counter trade these patterns. It looks bullish, it looks like a breakout, and actually people get wrecked, and you just got to be aware of that. So just because you're seeing a pattern and it looks good, they always have a chance of failing. Just because you can get market makers try to destroy, wreck people who start to leverage longing on the breakout. With these patterns that you're seeing across all these tokens, you're looking for a clean neckline test after a breakout. The test off the neckline, that's really what you want to see first before you long. You don't want to long the breakout. If you do, you have to take profit. Otherwise you could find yourself underwater. And then you also definitely need to see the test. If you start seeing a neckline test, then maybe you could look to long it on the test. Sometimes these tests can be quite fast, so if you do get a kind of push up, it could be like that. Yeah, but ideally you want to see a neckline break and a neckline test. A lot of tokens are doing these Adam and Eve pattern type structures, and so just be aware of that. I can't I'm not really going to comment on this because I'm seeing very similar price action across the board. I'm mega bullish, you know, I'm bullish across the whole. I think that Bitcoin has gone down. It's tested the lows again, had a failed auction of the lows, had a rejection of lower prices, and we're starting to find higher prices now, looking to go to the highs. Yeah, and so while people are like still kind of a little bit scared right now, maybe the market sentiment's kind of started slowly shifting. I do wonder if we get a Christmas Day pump tomorrow. That's what I have in my mind. I'm wondering if we start pumping from Christmas Day through to New Year's for a strong yearly finish across the board. That's what I'm wondering. I've got that in my mind. I think it would be good to have a really strong yearly finish on all our tokens, Bitcoin and all the rest of the tokens. Yeah. So when you're looking at the yearly levels, I think I'd like to see a really strong yearly finish. Maybe a close clear 100K on a yearly time frame would be what I'm looking for by the end of the year. Maybe much higher for a back test next year, for a back test of 100K before we go up. That's kind of what I've got in my mind at the moment. So we got big important candles printing, 3 monthly, 6 monthly, monthly, yearly candles. They look quite bullish, huh? Exactly. You could get the market makers to counter trade this, push it right back down to find a higher low on an upward sloping trend line, still rounding the bottom, but it's actually forming some kind of triple bottom or some kind of higher low rounding bottom or something else. It could also go down and take out the lows to form some kind of crazy fake out and then smash back up. Yeah, so we could see this across the board. It's not going to just be binary. It could be across a lot of tokens if we find that weakness. We have to see what happens next. Yeah. Let's have a look at those other two that we wanted to look at quickly. Sorry, I'm not going to spend much time here because I don't really have much more time. Sorry, guys. No, I am on holiday. What was it? FLT? Was it FLT? Oh, yeah, well. Oh, that's not it. Similar to a lot of tokens, a really bearish weekly candle. Oh, that. Well, it hasn't gone down, so that's a good sign. We haven't had a breakdown. That's a good sign, huh? If it doesn't break down and you're expecting lower prices, then it probably doesn't want to go lower. Probably. You still got this value area to get through. Had a rejection. So naturally we're looking for that area to flip. There's a big flip area at about 52 cents. I can see that we're forming higher lows here. So we kind of need to take out that high. It's kind of without putting another lower low. It's kind of what needs to happen next. And in the short to medium term, we need to flip this weekly level into support at 37 cents. That's going to be a really important reclaim level, because you can kind of see that it's an SR flip there in play. Oh, we're back to Vanria. I see it doing the same as other tokens. I don't really see same as ETH, same as the other token. They're all kind of following the same path. I don't think it's extreme. I don't think it's ultra bullish. I think it's just a similar, like, I think QANX is more bullish than this personally. Or there's some other bullish ones, like SUI is more, in my opinion, is one of the most bullish tokens, just because of the way it recovers. So this is just doing like what any token has been doing, maybe in between, maybe somewhere in the middle of the range. Okay. This for like this token here is in some kind of accumulation pattern here, isn't it? There's some kind of accumulation here. We kind of looked at this and we're thinking maybe it's some kind of Wyckoff accumulation here. I'm not quite sure at what stage we are. Maybe not, maybe a different kind of Wyckoff, maybe not this one, because this requires a spring, which you put in a lower low. There's another Wyckoff accumulation schematic. There's two, aren't there? One without the spring. It's like a higher low. Why can't I find it? There, that's it. You see that? So you have higher lows there, LPS, before you have the buyout. Not quite sure where it's at. Maybe that was ST and phase B. Maybe that was the ST and phase B there. Was that the SOS? But we've come lower, so no. So we're still not there yet. I think the SOS here, if this is a a Wyckoff accumulation would be this, wouldn't it? So that's kind of what you're looking for next, like LPS, like LPS, lowest point of support, lowest point. You get increasing higher lows. That was your ST and phase B there, whatever. And then you're kind of looking to come back above the AR, wherever the AR is here, for a massive SOS. That's kind of what you're looking for next. I think if we see that, you'll end up buying this 100% more expensive, but then you're buying into strength on a massive SOS, and then a big kind of reaccumulation schematic here, reaccumulation pattern here, just like that, before we get a big markup, which will take us into price discovery. So I think you showed me this, to be honest with you. So it's kind of following it, isn't it, a little bit? Except this put in a higher high here and it dropped, putting in a higher low. So really the next thing here would be a big SOS. And I think that could happen with a flip of this weekly level at 3.36 cents, 37 cents. We get a flip there, then maybe we can get a big SOS and smash through to higher prices. That's also the golden pocket and the value area high if it comes into there. So you definitely do need to come up into there, and then just find support there or the golden pocket for continuation. So I'll leave that here. Keep an eye on that. What else is there? ZKL. Have I not looked at this before? Look at that, that's great. I couldn't ask for better, could you? Find high low. Back up into above the value area high. A rejection, a failed auction here. We can find support here for an SR flip here. Then maybe we have a chance to expand to higher prices, basically. So this is looking quite good. So if anyone's interested, mark up 2 days ago, take profit. Today's another kind of take profit. If we find support here, the value area high, then this would be a good place to pick it up. Potentially. If it goes lower, then you just want this higher low to keep on trending higher. You don't want to lose that higher low trend line. Oh God. Hello, testing. Why am I having a mic issue? Testing. Any better? Testing. Any better? Testing. No. I can't tell what it is. I'm not doing anything. Is it a background noise? Is it better if I speak into the mic like this? Right. How about now? Did that fix it? Testing. If it's not working, then I'm just going to end the stream now. Oh, but all right. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to end. My microphone is busted. I might have to change a wire or something, so I'm gonna have to go and find that. All right. I might have to restart my laptop or something. So apologies for the mic. All right. Have a good day, and then I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Try and fix my mic. All right. But I don't like that. I might have to restart my laptop. Anyway, I've gone on for too long. So have a wonderful day. I'm live from Surf City. It's quite hot here. All right, I'm going to go have lunch. All right, see you guys. Ciao.